You might think that after everything Selena Gomez has weathered, global stardom, heartbreaks in the public eye, and the relentless scrutiny of millions, happiness would finally feel like a well-earned prize. But just when it looked like she'd found her fairy tale ending, Selena opened up with a confession that left fans stunned. Even after her picture-perfect wedding to Benny Blanco, she was overwhelmed not by unfiltered joy, but by a deep, unexpected fear. That's right. On what should have been the happiest day of her life, Selena revealed she found herself sobbing, not from regret, but from the sheer terror that her happiness might slip away. Why does someone who seems to have it all still struggle to enjoy her own joy? The answer is more relatable and more moving than you might expect. Recently, Selena poured her heart out at Fortune's most powerful women conference in Washington, D.C. She was raw, honest, and more vulnerable than ever before. When asked about her earlier comments, how she sometimes feels like she doesn't even deserve to be in certain rooms, Selena didn't hesitate. She admitted that no matter how much success she achieves, a deep-rooted anxiety lingers, whispering that it could all vanish in an instant. Something great happens in my life, I expect something bad to happen, she confessed. Instead of basking in her big moments, whether it's celebrating a new album, a business milestone, or her wedding, her mind races to what could go wrong. What if this all goes away tomorrow, she wonders. It's a feeling that resonated far beyond the walls of that conference. Because who hasn't felt that quiet anxiety after a period of pain? It's the sense that happiness is fragile, like glass, and if you hold it too tightly, it might shatter. Selena described the aftermath of her wedding to Benny Blanco in the most honest way possible. I got married and then I was sobbing, she admitted. Not out of regret, but because the wave of happiness actually scared her. Her mind, so used to chaos and heartbreak, couldn't quite process the calm. She explained, I would say that's my biggest conflict sometimes when wonderful things happen. I got married and then I was sobbing because I was like, I'm going to die the next day. That's not a literal fear, of course. It's the anxiety that when something feels too good to be true, the universe might take it all away. Coming from someone who's lived her life in the spotlight, it's a powerful admission. Selena has faced the kind of heartbreak and loss most of us can only imagine, breakups broadcast for the world to see, battles with mental health, and the pressure to be perfect. So when she says happiness feels dangerous, it makes sense. For people who've survived trauma, joy can feel like walking on thin ice. And make no mistake, her wedding to Benny Blanco was a true Hollywood event. The couple tied the knot on a sun-drenched September day in California, surrounded by a star-studded guest list. Taylor Swift, Steve Martin, Paul Rudd, Cara Delevingne, Ed Sheeran, and more all came to celebrate Selena's new chapter. It was the kind of ceremony that screamed happily ever after. But even as the world cheered for her fairy tale ending, Selena was quietly fighting her own battle, trying to convince herself that it was okay to be happy, that she didn't have to brace for the next storm. That's what makes Selena's confession so powerful. She's not just sharing a moment of vulnerability, she's showing us that even after the dust settles, after the success and the healing, you're still allowed to be a work in progress. Healing isn't a finish line. It's a journey. If there's one person who stood by Selena through it all, it's her best friend, Taylor Swift. At the same Fortune conference, Selena spoke about Taylor's unwavering support, not just in friendship, but in business, too. She called Taylor one of the most brilliant people I've ever met. Taylor's advice, Selena said, helped shape her billionaire beauty brand and her outlook on life. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. That's the mindset that's helped Selena grow, learn, and surround herself with people who challenge her. Their friendship is legendary, dating back to the Jonas Brothers era of 2008. Through breakups, makeups, and the wild ride of fame, they've always had each other's backs. Taylor isn't the type to just post a sweet message on Instagram. She shows up in real life, at concerts, awards shows, and, yes, at Selena's wedding, where she gave a speech that left the room in tears. On The Tonight Show, Taylor gushed about how proud she was to see Selena finally get her fairy tale ending, calling her the most beautiful bride she'd ever seen. There's something poetic about two girls who met over heartbreak now celebrating love, growth, and survival. Selena's journey, from her high-profile romances and health battles to finally finding peace with Benny, feels like a full-circle moment. But even now, she's still the same soft-hearted girl who feels everything deeply, even the happiness she's afraid to lose. Maybe that's what makes Selena Gomez so beloved. She's not pretending. She's not hiding behind a perfect image. She feels things deeply, she's honest about her fears, and she's real about the struggle to hold on to joy. Selena's story is a reminder that even when you have everything you ever wanted, it's okay to feel scared. Healing doesn't happen overnight. But with friends like Taylor Swift, the support of fans, and the courage to keep moving forward, Selena proves that even the softest hearts can find their happy ending. Will Selena ever fully let herself relax and enjoy the happiness she's built? Or is that lingering fear just part of who she is? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, let's keep the conversation going.